Last summer, right? It was a hot one and it's more than likely going to continue that way. And you may have seen a ton of people walking around with neck fans, and maybe you wished you had one too. Ranvoo, a company that makes personal lifestyle appliances, have updated their lineup and have brought out the AICE Lite, and they invited me to try it. Now, I've never used one of these before, so I said, sure, send me over a unit and I'll give it a try. Let's run down the main features and tech that drives this aircon unit, and then I'll talk about some use cases where this could be really handy, and then some real life tests where I put it through its paces. I'll sum up with a 10-point conclusion on the good stuff and some points for improvement for the AICE Lite. The AICE Lite by Ranvoo is a wearable neck collar for heat protection for people who suffer in the summer heat, but who love the outdoors and don't want to stay inside to keep cool all the time. It's also really handy for people who need to travel and maybe get stuck in environments that can get quite hot, like cars, buses, and even planes. Here's a little known fact. Because fuel is so expensive right now, airlines are trying to cut costs by not having the air conditioning on quite as powerfully as it was before. You may have noticed yourself feeling a little hotter than usual on flights. A unit like this could make you feel just a little bit more comfortable in that situation. Okay, so what are the advantages of getting an active cooler like the AICE Lite rather than a standard neck air conditioning unit? There are a few standout points for the AICE Lite. Let's go through them. First, Ranvoo claims it can still keep cooling you at high temperatures up to 40 degrees C. Many other neck AC units stop actually cooling you sometime before they reach that temperature and actually just blow mainly hot air at you. This is known as high temperature failure. Second, it has this back cooling function here that can blow air down your back, a function not found in other products. And third, the graphene coating means more efficient cooling with the AICE AICE Lite. That means it has a 3D surround airflow from top, bottom, and inner sidewalls too. Other key features include an intelligent AI chip that automatically adjusts according to the ambient temperature and target temperature that the user can set, keeping you optimally cool and comfortable. The integrated semiconductor can instantly lower the temperature on the active cooling plate on the unit by 31 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 degrees Celsius. That's the claim anyway. It also has an improved ergonomic design that improves weight distribution and reduces strain. The AICE Lite actually weighs in at 480 grams, and you can definitely feel the weight when you hold it in your hand, but when you wear it around your neck and shoulders, you barely feel the weight, and it's really quite comfortable, for me anyway. And the user controls on the device or the app that you can connect the device to are intuitive and simple to use. You can use the power switch to switch between cooling modes. You can use the plus and minus buttons to adjust the fan speed. The screen outside tells you the cooling mode and the battery life left. You have 4 bars there. These are the different cooling modes and their colored light status. Cool mode, blue, chills the metal plates and gives cool air. The fan mode, green, doesn't do anything for cooling the metal plates. And eventually your neck will heat up the device and warm air will come out. Heat mode, red, you can use this when you're feeling a little chilly, and the AI mode will sense the room temperature and adjust it accordingly. Now to me, AI mode seems like the best. It will most likely give you the lowest temperature without you doing anything. And if you want to fine tune the temperature, you can use the companion app to do that. I should mention that the AICE unit also has a low noise mode. Handy if you're using the device in a shared office environment maybe, or if you're needing to be cooler in an environment where a loud blowing fan may cause you to get unwanted attention. I tested out the heating mode on a cool morning and it was just right to warm me up in that boundary area where your warm clothes stop and your skin is exposed to the air. I suppose I could wear a scarf, but that's not everyone's cup of tea, if you see what I mean. So here's another practical use case test that I did. I wore the AICE Lite on a 90-minute flight from my hometown of Wellington, New Zealand, down to Queenstown on the South Island. And I have to say it performed really well. It was comfortable to wear and was handy for when the sun was shining in through the windows and warming up the cabin, and I didn't want to lower the shutter because the view was so amazing. You'll find a couple of long metal plates that help with cooling. The plates get cool when the fans are blowing and rest on your neck to keep it cool. You can easily wipe clean the cooling plates and the areas next to them. The metal plates themselves have a matte texture, so it's not that metally feeling on your skin. And I personally didn't experience any problems with sweat or condensation in the neck cooling zone. Just a very pleasant coolness. But if the temperature was more or extreme, I don't know, you might. Now here you'll see I placed a tissue on the upward side vent so you can see the power of the generated cool airflow, which was pretty good here, but it's considerably weaker here for the airflow that's meant to direct air down my back. I couldn't really feel it, and you can see it's not as powerful as the side airflow. I suspect these vents only really work if you're wearing a collared shirt, then the cool air blows down your back. When you wear t-shirts like I normally do, the cool air just blows outside the t-shirt. Now the company says they can lower the temperature by 17 degrees Celsius, but I don't have the stuff to check if that's true. However, the gadget does work and provides good relief on a warm flight. Alright, here's my 10-point summary rundown and verdict for the AICE Lite with some strengths and points for improvement you may want to consider. I wish the power of the fans facing up was a little stronger, and I definitely wish the fans going down your neck were much stronger. Although they're adequate, if I was in a really hot environment, I would want them to have more power, or I'd need to wear a collared shirt. I think it's a little bit cheap not to have a carry case or at least a little bag that comes with the unit. If you're traveling on a plane, your bag is often quite packed, and I don't want it to get snapped or caught on something else, particularly because it has this U shape. It's easy for that to get hooked around something else. It would be better if you had a bag, so you'll need to supply that yourself. The unit I received was the white one. If I was choosing one myself, I would get a dark one as it's less likely to show any scuffs or marks it might pick up. That's just a matter of my taste. Although it's not heavy, I wouldn't want to wear this if I was running or doing vigorous exercise. It might be an option for cycling, but it's not something I would wear during intense activity. Having said that, it is good at what it does. I like the coldness on the air plate that goes next to your neck, and I had a comfortable flight when I tested it. So yes, it's a possible option for personal air conditioning on a plane, car, bus, public transport, or even in an office environment, or for relief during other types of work. Now, battery life is something to be careful about. I had it on max cooling and max fan, and the battery didn't last as long as stated in the description, which may be based on different settings. So you'll need to consider how often and intensely you'll be using it to have realistic expectations. But one of the features of the AICE Lite is that it supports simultaneous charging and usage, and it has a fast charging capability too. So bring a long lead and high capacity battery or power block if you want to get the most out of this portable AC and heating unit when you're on the move. Bear in mind, it's not weather or waterproof, so don't wear it in the rain. You can't change the temperature with the physical controls. Cool mode has low, medium and high fan speeds that corresponds to 30, 26 and 16 degrees Celsius. If you want low temperature and low fan speed, you'll have to use the app to control that. It's a good option if you're looking for a personal air conditioning unit that can also double as a personal heating unit for cold mornings or when you don't want to use your car heater. And it's great for travel, so long as you think about how you'll power it if you want it on during the entirety of a long haul flight. Check out my review of these amazing smart glasses powered by ChatGPT next, and you'll have the complete tech setup for the savvy tech packer. I'll see you there.